Hey everybody, I wanted to follow up on the video that I did this morning. I got a response or a comment on one of a part of the video with regard to the tires and the testing of the tires, and I just wanted to bring an example to your attention that when you're bringing your car in for servicing, that when they tell you how much tread is left on your tire, that you have them do the test in front of you when you go to pick up the car. First, have them tell you how much is left, and then let them show you how much is left, okay? And the reason for that is that usually the tread is done from the middle of the tire, right? So that's the meatiest part of the tire, which is down in here. And you can see my finger is basically in there. You can barely see, you can't see the tip. So there's a lot of meat left on this tire, okay? What they are doing is they are taking the tread left in here, okay? And what that's going to do, it's technically correct. However, really that's not the way you're supposed to do it, nor would anybody else do it that way, okay? So, as I showed you earlier, so this way you can kind of tie the pieces together here. The amount of tread that I just showed you is with this car having 9,964 miles on it, okay? Now, and today is the 31st, 31st of August. This sale was done on June 21st. So June, July, August, September. So in 3 months, I still have a ton of meat left on this tire, okay? This service was done at 7,860 miles on June 21st in buying the rare tires. And you can see that I bought 2 of them, okay? 401 or 402 each. So basically this is like a 900 and a quarter bill, all right? Now, this is from the dealership. Put it right next to it. This is the mileage at the dealership on August 21st, I believe it is. Hold on a second here. Let me go back. No, August 12th. All right, at August 12th, this is where the mileage was. So this is June 21st at just under 8,000 miles. This is August 21st, around 9.5. So you're looking at about 1,600 miles, okay? At 1,600 miles from a brand new tires, brand new, okay? Both of them in the rear, now they're both 40% spent, okay? So I asked, how do you go from brand new to 40% spent in 2 months or 1,400 miles, which means I would be changing out my tires 3 times every year. Okay, if you do the math, I'm looking at about a $6,000 a year bill based upon their math and redoing the tires on my car. And also, this is the kicker here. Look at the front 2 tires, which are right there. 2 and 3/30 seconds on tires with about 5,000 miles on them. Okay, and all I do is drive back and forth to work, so it's not like I go racing at 100 miles an hour around turns, and especially here in Florida, everything's flat and everything's north, south, east, west, so there aren't many roads with these twisty turns that you would need to devour wheels or tires at that rate, okay? So again, I wanted just to bring this to your attention, that when you are getting a call from the service department or a video that your tire is whatever 30 seconds, say thank you very much First have them tell you, then notify them when you come to pick up the car that you want them to do the test right in front of you, okay? Not all dealerships are the same, so I'm just generalizing my experience, but I'm sure that the numbers that I received are hopefully not consistent from dealership to dealership, okay? And typically they're not, but before you commit to buying and having them install $400 a piece tires, plus everything else that goes with it, balancing and stems and the tire, install, and then getting rid of the old tire. Before you commit to doing any of that, have them do the depth tread measurement right in front of you, so you can see if they're pulling from here or if they're pulling from the middle of the tire, okay? And, and it's just a word of caution, because it could be a very costly endeavor, all right? Also, I'm gonna just double back on the bulletin that came out on the plastics. The fact that Audi put out a bulletin means that this has happened to numerous cars, and whatever they used as plastics on here or coating wasn't all that good, because the only way to get this kind of a reaction is when you use something that's very acidic or very strong. Usually that is a detailer that would do that. My detailer brought these to my attention when I brought the car to him before he even touched it to do anything. Sent me pictures. I had to sign something stating that this damage was here prior to the car getting into his shop, okay? So, it is what it is. All cars have, all makes have some kind of tweak or Achilles heel or whatever you want to call it, issue. It's just that this is something that I want to again bring to your attention. It's not the make of the car. It's not the reliability of the car. It doesn't go into the car manufacturing, not one bit. It's more about selling you something you really don't need, and it's a pretty expensive thing, okay? Back here, and I don't know if this is on all of them, but that defect could be something that's on all of these 2024 models. I don't know. It's definitely on this one, and it has been on others in order for Audi to have put out a bulletin, okay? So check your car, and if it's not there and you are going to bring it to somebody who's going to detail it, let them know of that service bulletin or the defect that's on here, so this way they will use a lighter type of polisher or wax or whatever it is that they're going to put on there to clean the paint, okay? All right, with that said, thanks again, and if you have any more comments, definitely throw them in there, and I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. Okay, thanks, bye-bye.